Talesverser, have you ever tried so hard to understand someone that you almost disappeared in the process? It starts quietly, with empathy, with good intentions. You just want to be kind. You want to see their side, hear their pain, and maybe help them heal a little. You tell yourself that if you can understand them enough, you can fix what's broken. But somewhere along the way, the line between understanding and losing yourself gets blurry. You start thinking about their moods before your own. You explain their behavior to others and to yourself just to keep the peace. You defend them even when they hurt you, because deep down you believe that if you can just see the reason behind their pain, it'll make the pain they caused you easier to bear. But it doesn't. It never does. The truth is, understanding someone doesn't always make the relationship better. Sometimes it just makes the damage feel more reasonable, like you're giving pain a justification it doesn't deserve. You end up building a story around them. Why they are the way they are, what they've been through, what they're afraid of. You start living inside their world while your own slowly fades in the background. You stop asking, "Am I okay?" and start asking, "Are they okay?" Every single time. That's when understanding turns into a trap. Because understanding is not always healing. Sometimes it's surrender. It's the moment when your empathy starts working against you. You convince yourself that patience is strength, that silence is wisdom, that boundaries are cruelty. You think you're being kind, but really, you're just disappearing in slow motion. You become the person who absorbs everyone else's chaos, but never releases your own. You listen so deeply to others that you forget what your own voice sounds like. And when you finally try to speak, it feels strange, like using a language you forgot years ago. Most people who fall into this trap don't even realize it's happening. They think they're being emotionally mature or the bigger person. They wear compassion like armor, not knowing it's quietly making them tired, resentful, and empty. Understanding someone can make you feel noble, but if it costs you your peace, it's not wisdom. It's self-erasure. There's a strange comfort in being the one who understands. It makes you feel in control. It makes you feel like you're safe from chaos because you can explain it. But understanding someone doesn't protect you from being hurt by them. It only helps you explain why it hurts, not how to stop it. And when you live in that loop too long, you start mistaking emotional exhaustion for empathy. You think being drained is proof that you care deeply, but caring shouldn't empty you. It should expand you. The trap of understanding is built from good intentions, and that's what makes it so dangerous. It's hard to walk away from someone when you get them. You see the child inside them, the wound, the reason. You think that makes it your responsibility to stay. But understanding someone doesn't mean you owe them your peace. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for both of you is to stop trying to make sense of everything they do. Let people be confusing. Let them be wrong. Let them live with the consequences of who they are. Because the moment you try to carry someone's story for them, you stop writing your own. The truth is, you don't have to understand someone completely to care about them. You don't have to explain every reason behind their pain to justify why you stayed too long. You don't need to make excuses for the things that broke you. Sometimes the healthiest understanding is realizing that you don't understand. And that's okay. It's okay to say, this doesn't make sense to me. It's okay to admit, I don't know why they did that. It's okay to stop analyzing and start accepting. Because real peace doesn't come from decoding people. It comes from respecting your limits. We grow up believing that empathy means merging with someone else's world. But the truth is, empathy without boundaries becomes self-abandonment. You can feel for someone without becoming them. You can love someone and still walk away. And walking away doesn't mean you failed to understand. It means you finally understand enough to know you can't save them. Maybe the hardest part of all this isn't letting go of them. It's letting go of the version of you that needed to understand. The version that thought love meant endurance, that thought compassion meant staying even when it hurt. You'll grieve that version because they tried so hard. They meant well. They believed that being soft would keep them safe. But real safety comes from truth. And truth says you can't lose yourself to save someone else. So forgive that version of you. Thank them. Then let them rest. Tales Verser, here's something most people never say out loud. Understanding someone won't always fix the story. Sometimes it just helps you close the chapter. It helps you stop trying to explain what's already shown you the truth. It helps you realize that your compassion doesn't have to be a lifelong sentence. Understanding someone is a beautiful thing until it becomes the reason you can't heal. At some point, you have to stop studying people like puzzles and start protecting yourself like a person. You can't rescue someone who enjoys drowning. You can't teach self-awareness to someone who uses your patience as permission to stay the same. And you can't heal by constantly translating someone else's pain while ignoring your own. The trap of understanding teaches you that being kind means staying quiet. But real kindness includes yourself, too. It means knowing when to listen and when to leave. So maybe this is the moment you stop trying to understand everyone and start understanding yourself. Because sometimes clarity doesn't come from answers. It comes from space, from silence, from letting things be what they are without trying to fix or explain them. And that's where you'll find yourself again. In the stillness that comes after you finally stop trying to carry what was never yours to hold. And that's a wrap, my dear friends. Thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time, stay awesome.